I'm about to eat the worst rated Disney World food for 5 days.
What's the first phrase you think of when you think of Disney World? Probably the most magical place on earth, right? Wrong. I sounded like a duck. Donald, what if it was terrible there, huh? What if when you walked in, Robin Hood snuck up behind you and stole all your belongings? What if the whole place smelled like Ursula's rotten ink? What if Tinkerbell flew over you and picked you up like a pterodactyl? What then? Luckily, none of that's gonna happen because it really is the most magical place on earth. Trust me, I'm an influencer. But I gotta say, some of Disney World's food is not that great. I've had my fair share of nasty Cinderella creations. I don't know why Lady Tremaine has her cooking when she has no skill. But there's some even worse Disney food that I've never tried. And I thought to myself, let's go all the way. Let's not just go mediocre, let's go to Flavorless Town. This is where the evil Guy Fieri lives. And you don't want to meet him. His hair is even spikier. So that's why in this video, we are eating at the worst rated Disney restaurants for 5 days. That segue felt very unnatural, a lot like my lifestyle. I'm gonna spend 1 day in each park, including Disney Springs, and I'm gonna feast on gutter trash. I'm gonna taste test everything and let you know if it's actually that bad. I did my research and I just Googled which restaurants are the worst rated at each park, and the robot within Google told me. But to take it a step further, I also Googled which items are the worst rated at each of these restaurants. So we're getting as nasty as we possibly can. I made a list, I booked the reservations, everything is set, and I'm ready to not party. This is gonna be miserable. These are the food items that probably make Mickey feel shame. The same shame he feels when he has to face Minnie after another business trip. A business trip, right? He has a whole second family and they're hamsters. They're all hamsters! Oh, by the way, I have one rule. I cannot send the food back. It's my meal and that's it. Also, I wouldn't send it back even if I wanted to because I have a stutter and I'm a people pleaser and too awkward. I'm about to leave to the parks, but first, girlies, give this video a big thumbs up if you're enjoying it. It's the easiest way to support little old me and my whole dainty career. Also subscribe. I make food content, theme park content, cruise content. It's a great time. And I have a second channel called Timmy Tries to Talk where I talk on this couch about anything I want to talk about. Anyways, goodbye, Regina. I will bring you home some pixie dust so you can float around the room later, okay? Day 1. Animal Kingdom. I mean, duh. This is the only Disney park that has this many plants. If you go to Epcot, you just see cement and the future. I am cosplaying as an animal to fit in. I love to Disney bound. I'm a bald eagle. I'm gonna be eating 2 meals a day, brunch and dinner. And for today's brunch, we are going to Pizzafari. It's like a safari with pepperonis smushed onto the vehicle. It's a quick service place, so it'll be very chill, relaxed. I've actually never eaten there, but when I Googled the worst rated restaurants in Animal Kingdom, that was the first one to come up. But I mean, it's pizza. How bad can pizza be? I've eaten bowling alley pizza. I've eaten 7-Eleven pizza, okay? I've been in the trenches. Google says that some of the worst rated items at Pizzafari are the cheese and pepperoni pizzas, often described as having soggy, puffy crust. I like a puffy crust. I like a little bit of air in my food, some breath. And then also the garlic bread is criticized for being dry. And the creamy pesto chicken pasta is described as having a bland, unappetizing sauce and chicken that can be dry. So I'm getting all those plus maybe something else. I might just get something that I want. Because we only live once, and when you live once, you're not a cat. You don't have 9 lives. So I'm not taking any of this for granted. But I didn't just want to take Google's word for it, girlies. I wanted to get down into the nitty-gritty and be a true Disney influencer journalist, okay? A magical investigator. So I went to the reviews on Google and I found some things that sounded really questionable. Now, of course, these are all alleged. Okay, they could be lying. I don't want Disney coming for me. Disney, I love you. Someone said, when it comes to the food, please avoid this place. There are genuinely better spots to eat than this place. If you have a picky eater, eat at Restaurantosaurus. That name always sends me. Wait, isn't that closed? Because the whole dinosaur area is gone now. Wow, so Restaurantosaurus is extinct. The past always becomes the future, right? And then someone else said, pizza with plant-based sausage was rubber hard. Rubber. And I thought surely these teeth could handle it, but I had to let it soften in my mouth for a few minutes before it was edible. She said, you need to soak your dishes before you wash them, and you also need to soak your plant-based sausage before you chew it. Another person said, this place is awful. I love pizza, but their pizza was like expensive microwaved garbage. I know it's not actually microwaved, but it sure tasted like it. It was old and sitting under lamps. Like from IKEA? Oh God. And it tasted like a cracker. I bought a plain cracker, a small soda, and garlic knots, and it cost me $23. Okay, well, that's enough for now. I'm excited for my big saltine. Let's head over there and start chewing away.
And this is the full meal. Honestly, doesn't look too bad. We have a Caesar salad that came with the pizza. We got a pepperoni pizza, and we also got the chicken pesto pasta with garlic bread as well.
I know you girlies are probably shocked to see me outside. I never venture into the wilderness, especially in a nature-filled place like this, but there's no one out here. It's just me, and that makes me feel so happy. You know, I fear people more than heat. So I can just be myself, be quirky, be crazy. Woo! Oh my God. Let's get down to business. The food looks good. Okay, the Caesar salad did come as a side for free with the pizza, and they gave me a packet of Ken's dressing. Do I prefer my salad pre-made with the dressing already on it? Of course. I don't like to put in any effort when I'm eating out, but at the same time, it's good for me to exercise once in a while. So let's mix this up. Ah, tilapia. I missed you, my old friend. And they did not have any forks available. The fork dispenser was empty, a lot like your soul when you go to Disney and see the prices. So I got a spoon. Ah. Oh. Timmy, calm down. I got so excited. The food started taking flight. I love this. I do. You know, it's a cheap salad. Don't expect a Waldorf Astoria plant feast. You know, that's just not what Pizzafari is. It's a quick service place. But the lettuce is crisp, very fresh. You know, it has that kind of watery romaine burst. The croutons taste like Publix brand. That's a compliment. The Parmesan Reggiano, shaved. Shaved, not like my mustache, because that's not shaved. Shaved like real shreds. I was shocked. I expected just a Parmesan, just a dusting. What kind of a bird is that? It's like a pigeon's trashier cousin. They can't sit with us. Swans only. Also, the Parmesan cheese had a very strong, sharp flavor, like high quality. I'm not joking. This is crazy. And Ken's dressing, I'm sorry, I squeezed him a little too tight, is some of my favorite store-bought dressing. I think it tastes like the highest quality, and a lot of you don't know this, but Ken was my first husband. It didn't work out, but I did help him build his ooey gooey dressing empire. And I don't get any credit, but it's okay because he was such a good man. He treated me so well. I'm gonna have to give that a 9 out of 10. I think it's actually really strong for a DIY cheap salad. Okay, wow, great start to the day. Next up, we got the pizza. This is the main event. I did choose just pepperoni. I did not get the plant-based sausage because I don't wanna have to go to the dentist later. I don't have time. I'm just joking. Disney, I'm joking. Throughout the video, I'm just gonna be very clear that everything is a joke, nothing is true, and I love Mickey Mouse with all my heart. Every time I hear him gnawing in my walls at night, I think, that's a friend. That's a friend watching over me. This looks bubbly. This looks gorgeous. It's golden brown. It looks like they put it in the oven and the oven was set on broil. Like, that's crazy. So, oh, my napkin's flying. We are not littering in the animal kingdom because if you do, they set the lions free and you have to run. Listen, from now on, I want to be called Hefty. This channel is now Hefty's Takeout because I feel like a trash bag. I liked it a lot. Listen, you can't compare a quick service pizza to New York or even Domino, my favorite game. You can't compare it to those things. This is theme park pizza. But for theme park pizza, I think it's enjoyable. Come for me, drag me, I don't care. You can't change the fact that I'm in love. This is how Juliet felt. It was forbidden. It tasted like Target Pizza Hut pizza. Have you ever been to a Target? Did you see the dog with the swollen face? Right. No. Did you see the Pizza Hut stand in the corner? There's like a little Pizza Hut section and they have these like pre-cooked warm pizzas you can buy. Tastes just like that. Okay, like a pre-made but kind of delicious processed pizza. The pepperonis were very flavorful, very crunchy. The cheese, honestly, I think that's what's lacking mainly. The cheese does taste a little transparent. You know, sometimes food can taste like a window, and that's what this cheese tasted like. It's just a little like watered down and a little lower quality. The crust itself, That was not a burp, that was a roar. I'm just conforming to the animal kingdom, okay? The crust was actually quite doughy, but like in a cooked way. Very fluffy and bubbly and not chewy. But I mean, it was kind of basic and like flavorless, but it was fine with me. The best thing about this is the tomato sauce. The tomato sauce honestly tastes like high quality. Like they said, let's go cheap with everything else, but the tomato sauce, go to Italy now. Yeah, dude. It is so acidic and bright, and it tastes really fresh, like those ones from the San Antonio. You know what I'm talking about. It's that fancy can of tomato sauce. It tastes like that. For quick service, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. I liked it. I did. Now we have the garlic bread. Nice and toasty. I had hope for a moment. I thought the week was gonna be different than the expectations the world have placed upon it, this evil world. But no, that confirmed it. That's some of the worst garlic bread I've ever had. So stale. Truly, like, it's dry. And, you know, garlic bread is usually soaked with butter. And sometimes even I can't believe it's not butter, but either way, this is yellow, so it looks soaked, but the inside is really dry and really pathetic. But that's not the only issue. It has a garlic powder flavor, so that's nice. I mean, we love garlic powder, but it tastes like old garlic powder. I'm not saying it is, but it tastes like garlic powder that's been sitting in your pantry since 1802, when Beth from Little Women was still around. This was her garlic powder. It just tastes like stale garlic. So I don't like this. I don't like the texture or the flavor. 1 out of 10. Flop. Mess. Last but not least, we have the chicken pesto pasta. So it does not look great, I'll be honest. It does have the real shreds of Parmesan and they do look melted, but the chicken looks so sad. But it does have a lot of sauce. We do have to mix it ourselves. So another DIY moment, that's okay. My arm's starting to get a little sore. There's a bug. Wait, this is the animal's kingdom. It's not mine. Let me show respect. Take some. I'm gonna get everything in one bite. Let's see. Okay, you know, being here reminds me of the time that me and my family went on a real life safari in Kenya, and this elephant saw our van and he started chasing us. He was trying to squish us a little bit. He saw me in the van and was like, there can't be 2 elephant queens. There can't. And our driver had to drive us backwards. It was a close call, but he didn't get to us. Also, my sisters rode ostriches. They rode ostriches, but I declined because I was scared of the massive turkey. Like, that's just a big turkey. I'm sorry. And it sounds like I'm lying about all of this, but here's a picture of my sister on an ostrich. Anyways, this is not bad. Does it remind me of a frozen meal? Yes. The chicken, while bland, does taste real. It's got a real texture. It could have easily just been chicken foam, and it's not. So I commend that. The sauce itself does taste like a frozen pasta sauce, but it's salty enough. It has a little pesto kick. I think it could be stronger, and I think it could be creamier. It's just kind of a bit watered down. The Parmesan shreds do add a big punch of saltiness, so that's good. But overall, it's not great. Certain bites without the Parmesan are very, very bland. When you have it with the Parmesan, it's actually kind of good. So overall, it's not a consistent meal. I don't think it's that cohesive either. Like, I feel like the Parmesan shreds are too classy for this. So I'm gonna have to give it a 4 out of 10. Still, I think it's sort of enjoyable if you have really low standards. Pizzafari was not as bad as I expected. It's not great, but I do think that if you had to eat here, if every other restaurant in the park was closed for some reason, you would be sort of grateful for it. The first meal of our adventure is now complete, and I was thinking between lunch and dinner every day, I can give you guys a quick tour of the parks because it's been a while since I gave you guys a real proper Disney video. So that's what I'm doing today. Enjoy this guided tour from a real life Disney influencer.
Welcome to Chili's. I'm just kidding. It's Animal Kingdom. This is the tour. So we're starting with the Tree of Life. It's giving me life, sis. It has real life carvings of animals, which were probably carved by a random person in a factory. There's nothing natural about this. And this is Pandora, based on the Avatar movies. I'm sure you've seen them. Everyone's seen them, but no one really loves them. That was so harsh. I'm so sorry, but it's true. They're good though. And here we have a giant piece of bacteria, I think, or maybe an amoeba. And the fun thing about Animal Kingdom is that it's a part-time zoo. So there's little animal exhibits. This is the where they have otters on display. I think that's an otter or a massive swollen pebble. I honestly couldn't tell, but people were taking pictures of it. So if it's a rock, it's a real special rock. And I came across this random Shih Tzu just walking around on its hind legs. Very very upsetting, very unsettling. Now, this is Africa. As you guys know, I did live here for a year and a half. I mentioned the safari story earlier. Does this feel as authentic as my past home? Of course not. But it's still really cool, really immersive. And the decor is actually pretty accurate to the area that I was living in. It was a small town near Nairobi, actually. Now, this is Asia. I've never been to Asia. I'm not going to pretend I have. But I really love Asian food, so that counts for something, right? And this is Everest, one of my favorite rides and also one of my favorite mountains. It's the biggest, you know? And this is where Dino Land USA used to be, but now it's closed down and they're opening a new land called Tropical Americas with Coco, Mama Coco, and also Indiana Jones and Encanto. Also, this terrifying lady is always haunting the front of the park. Literally, as I passed by her, I heard a guy say, "That's so scary." Anyways, that's the tour of Animal Kingdom. I'll see you at dinner.
It's dinner time, girlies, and I'm in a slight mood. It's not your fault. I'm not mad at you this time. Between meals, I go home and I edit, right? So I was editing today's footage, and for some reason, I looked really bloated. Oh! I don't know. I felt like I looked bloated today, and now I just don't feel confident. So if you'd like to give me a compliment, I wouldn't mind. If you want to say, "Oh, hey Zaddy, you look like a Zaddy today." It is 4 p.m. I like having an early dinner sometimes. We are eating at the Animal Kingdom Rainforest Cafe. Yes, this is the worst rated sit-down restaurant in the park. Well, it's kind of outside the park, actually. It's like right at the entrance. But yeah, people hate it. They hate it. I have been there once. I think I sort of liked it. I don't remember though. But this time I'm trying the worst rated items as well. So we'll see if I like it or not. Google said that some of the worst rated items are the cheese sticks, which is an appetizer. We're definitely getting those. The Python pasta, okay, Reputation era, which is criticized for having stringy sauce and being overcooked or mushy. Sounds completely vile. I can't wait. And I'm also gonna try a few other things as well. Whatever I'm craving, you know, dessert for sure. Let's quickly read some of the reviews from human people. We sat down and our server immediately told us we were entering their busy time. And if we wanted our food in a timely manner, we should probably order quesadillas. That's crazy. That's crazy. Once again, allegedly reviews. Ordered the meatloaf, disgusting. And the purple carrots were burned on the outside and raw on the inside. The food is overcooked, reheated, and bland. Most disappointing meal in Disney. The lettuce on my salad was brown. And when I complained, the replacement salad also had brown, wilted lettuce. I mean, that's our fault. We don't let lettuce age. We put so much pressure on lettuce to get filler and stay hip. You know, sometimes it just gets old. Maybe they pre-mixed dressing and lettuce hours ago? No clue. But it was gross. And even the grilled chicken tasted like the fish from the fridge. They got my order wrong 3 times. I was polite, never complain, but this was too much. The last time they brought out my dinner, there were jalapenos and hot red peppers all through the meal. So disgusting for a restaurant to do. The manager laughed and said he would talk to corporate about the mistakes. He was like, "I put jalapenos on your salad." Okay, that's enough. I think the rain has pretty much stopped, but we're going to the rainforest, so it doesn't really matter.
For my first appetizer, I got the cheese sticks, one of the worst rated items. Doesn't look too bad to me though. Maybe I'm just a glutton.
Okay, first of all, we have a I thought someone was bringing me my other appetizer. We have a natural formation rock wall right here. If I had my climbing gear, I would go all the way up. Oh, I forgot. There's like a weird show that happens during the meal. It's like oh my God, there it is. It's a fake storm. Nothing to be scared of. It's literally just a big speaker. My waitress is so kind. I love her. So service is amazing so far. This came out in like 5 minutes. It took me a lot longer than that. 18 years, in fact. But everyone else knew, you know. I'm excited about these. They smell really good. Now they are on a bed of some sort of a fried crust. I don't know what it is because the cheese sticks on the menu don't have a description. It just says cheese sticks. We know what that is. It's a stick of cheese. But what is underneath them? I don't know. Oh, okay. It seems like some frizzled onions that are evaporating into an oil liquid. That's exciting. Let me find the driest one. Oh, that's not the main appetizer. It doesn't count. We're giving this a second chance, okay? I promise. But that is There's a guy looking at me. I always meet a glare with a smile. I'm a natural pushover. The fried onions are the oiliest I've ever had in my life. They're completely mushy, but they're still hot. So it's like they're fresh, but they've just always been mushy. And they're so overly salty, but they do have a little bit of a chicken tender flavor to them. So that's interesting, but they're terrible. 0 out of 10, but that doesn't count. Let's focus on the real appetizer, the cheese sticks. We have some marinara too. Oh. That's a good cheese bowl. Marinara. What's everyone's problem? I don't get it. Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. Perfect timing. Got my other appetizer. Girlies, I really like them a lot. Now, okay, are they the best mozzarella sticks ever? Mama, are you mad? Mama, I am your daughter. You know what I mean? They're not. I would say that Cheesecake Factories are better, Chili's are better, a lot better. Those have this really salty, like real mozzarella cheese. These do taste basic. They do kind of taste like frozen aisle cheese sticks, but they taste like they've been fried professionally. Do you know what I mean? I feel like sometimes things can taste soggy or kind of nasty. These are really crispy, really fresh, not oily at all, even though they're on a bed of onion oil. And the coating does have a nice, strong Italian seasoning flavor. I'm not mad at all. And the marinara is so tangy and so vibrant. I'm giving these an 8 out of 10. No, 7. Let's be fair. They're not nearly as good as the best I've had, but I'm happy. Oh.
For my second appetizer, I got the Paradise House Salad. As you can see, it looks like any old house salad, but I'm grateful.
I know this is not one of the worst rated items, but I wanted a second appetizer, and I actually chose a salad because I wanted to see if the lettuce here is actually that wilted and rotted and destroyed. And I think so far, it looks really nice. I don't see any mildew or mold. Yay. This is the Paradise House Salad. Now, I am kind of disappointed in the toppings. You know why? Yes, of course. Hi.
Are you lying?
No.
This is the best guest of the day.
You're so sweet. You have been so kind the whole time. Thank you so much for saying that.
You're welcome.
That's so nice. Oh my gosh, so nice. See, she's really so nice. I made a friend. I'm so awkward though. Was I okay? Edward, Jacob. I am disappointed in the topping spread we have here. Not in the amounts. We have so many croutons. I could make a whole sandwich right now. And we have a lot of cucumbers, tomatoes. But when you hear Paradise House Salad, you think tropical. Am I gonna get a little bit of mango on here? Am I gonna get avocado, prosciutto? You know, like anything from the rainforest. But it's actually just a really basic house salad. I just wish it had some more exciting toppings, but I'm still open to loving it. I love a good old ranch house salad. I'm not mad. Is this video just gonna be me loving all the worst food? Is that what this is? There's no mom. Do I think cheese would have taken it to the next level? I do. Do I think cheese would take anything to the next level? For sure. I think it's lacking that salt, that little bit of richness that cheese brings, you know? But I gotta say, the lettuce tastes real fresh to me. Not only is there iceberg, there's also Jack and Rose, and there's also this purple lettuce that's like really expensive. Like this is, what is this called? Like radish? Romaine radishes, and it's very crunchy. It's very nice. The tomato tastes fresh. The cucumbers taste fresh. The croutons are so crunchy. They taste like they've been cooked twice. And the ranch is almost amazing. Like it's almost Denny's level sit-down restaurant ranch. It just could be a little bit saltier and a little bit richer, but it does taste fresh. So I really appreciate that. This to me is a nice 6.5 out of 10. Okay, things are going great.
This is the Python pasta, my entree. As you can see, it's chicken and pasta, which is kind of crazy because thanks are in the name. That's like buying something that says Flaming Hot Cheeto and there's no Flaming Hot Cheetos in it. What's going on?
Oh, they're clapping. Are they gonna perform? Imagine they start singing Shallow. Oh, it's someone's birthday. Okay, that makes more sense. This is the Python pasta. When I read that it was one of the worst reviewed items, I thought to myself, okay, it must have some crazy stuff in it. No, it's literally just Alfredo and chicken. I don't know. I feel like if J-Lo came here, she would say, I fought that Python for a reason. In the iconic movie Python, why is the pasta not as iconic as the movie? She would say, where's my orange juice? If you know, you know. I'm just saying anything. I'm saying anything. So yeah, I don't know what makes this Python. Maybe the shape of the noodle. It's a nice scavatapi. Like, that's not really giving snake. That's giving Giada de Laurentiis. But it looks very seasoned, to be honest. So that's exciting. And it looks fully cooked. So that's good too. Oh, go. Mmm. Okay. I have very complex thoughts about this pasta because I'm a complex person who thinks innovatively. I kind of really liked it, but okay, mainly the chicken. The chicken is honestly incredible. It's the perfect grilled chicken. So tender. It literally falls apart. So juicy, high quality. And the flavor's very nice because, you know, a lot of these places like Olive Garden and Garaba, TGI Fridays, all these really fancy places, when they serve grilled chicken, it does have a nice charred flavor to it, but they don't really add seasonings besides like salt and pepper. Rainforest Cafe said, get the McCormick out of the cupboard. We're gonna make this actually taste good. And that's what they did. It not only had that iconic charred flavor, there was a super strong liminess to it, a chili powder flavor, paprika, it was a little bit smoky, just very, very seasoned and cooked to perfection. I really did not expect that. Now, the actual pasta sauce itself is not great. It's a very simple Alfredo. I wish it was cheesier. I wish it was sharper. It's very milky, and in fact, it's a bit soupy as well. So I can see the complaints about that, but the chicken was so good that I still really enjoyed my meal. Is there any stringiness to the pasta sauce? No. And that kind of disappoints me because I was looking forward to building a violin at my table. Because of the chicken though, I'm still giving this a 6 out of 10.
For my dessert, I got this gorgeous apple cobbler situation type deal type moment.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't believe it. They gave me a chunk of the rainforest. I'm gonna save this for sure. This is gonna be a new heirloom in the Takeout family. I'm gonna give it to my future dogs. I'm so hyped about this, guys. This is Rainforest Rick's Apple Crisp. Granny Smith apples, buttery crumb topping, served warm with salted caramel sauce and whipped topping. You'd think it would have like a passion fruit or something in it once again, but no. It looks quite creamy though, which is interesting. I'm excited. Let's see. Oh my god. Oh, that might be one of the best apple pies I've had in my life. Listen, if you want a good apple pie, go down to the rainforest. Watch out for the piranhas. This is not just an apple pie. The apple pie filling, like the sauce in the filling, is almost like dessert gravy. Like it's very flour-y, if that makes sense. It tastes very homemade. It almost tastes like a cake mix mixed into the apple pie filling. There's a lot of apples. They're perfectly crunchy. There's a pie crust underneath, and this crumble tastes like real authentic butterscotch. It's next level incredible. 100 out of 10. Thank you, Aunt Lydia. Blessed day. I will see you guys tomorrow for day 2 at, should I tell you? Epcot. Day 2, Epcot. Look at her. Yes, it's a her. Golfing can be a woman's sport too. I'm so excited to be here, girlies. Epcot is one of my favorite parks because I'm a boring adult. And I have some really amazing, worst, horrible, terrible restaurants lined up for us. For lunch, we're eating in Mexico, okay? It's La Cantina de San Angelic. And if you think I mispronounced that, I'm half Cuban. Are you half Cuban? I didn't think so. La Cantina de San Angelic is one of the worst rated restaurants in Epcot. That's what Google said. I'm pretty sure that the main complaint is the very small portions and the prices. Also, Google says that the empanadas are sometimes plagued by the pavilion's infamous aggressive birds, leading to negative leading to negative overall experiences with this dish. So the birds only like empanadas. They said, no arroz, no pollo. We're not typical pigeons, okay? We're not gonna eat crumbs. We want the full empanada. I respect that. I'm definitely getting the empanadas just to annoy them, upset them. And I'm also gonna get a bowl, because I've never had the barbacoa bowl there, and guac and chips. Okay, so let's get going. And then of course, after lunch, we will tour the park. Yay, it's gonna be such a fun day.
This is it, the full spread. What do we think, girlies? I think it all looks really good. We have the guac and chips, the empanadas de queso, they came with rice and beans, and also the barbacoa oros rice bowl.
Okay, I'm really embarrassed because I want to wear my hat backwards like I typically do because I look so cool. I look 90s. I look like a bro that you would want to hang out with, right? But look. I have all this lint stuck to it, girlies, and I tried to take it off today. It wouldn't come off. The lint is holding on to me like I'm that part of the dryer that catches all of it. But it's really ugly and I hate it. Anyways, I'm excited to eat all this. It smells really good. I have eaten here before, but I've never tried any of these items. But I gotta say, Google was correct about the prices. So the guacamole and chips, this right here, $12.50. Who does Disney think they are? They think they have an empire? They do. Do they think people will pay these prices? They will. But that's crazy. I mean, it is a big portion though. I gotta say, it's a lot of chips, but that should be $7 tops. And then the empanada was $15. Pretty tiny portion. Oh my goodness. Don't want to complain, but that's the whole point of this video, isn't it? And then the bowl was almost $16. Now, this does feel quite heavy, but I don't know. I feel like it should be 13. You know, I'm still really hyped. Let's go in. Let's first try the guac and chips. Oh my god. Mi gente Latino. You know, I'll pay what I have to for guac that tastes that gosh darn good. The chips fried to perfection. I really feel like they're fresh. I really do. I feel like someone is chopping up corn tortillas, frying them, salting them, and saying, here you go. There's your $12.50. I really sense that. They taste very crunchy, very warm, and just the perfect tortilla chip. By the way, did you know that tortilla chips, if you put them together, like 4 of them, that's a whole tortilla. So when you eat this many tortilla chips, you're basically eating like 500 tortillas. When I learned that, I felt really good about myself. The guac itself, so fresh, so creamy, hot. You know, I hate what, oh, I look good today. I feel more confident today. I really do. Even with the lint, I feel like it's a nice little accessory. I hate when people use those other avocados that aren't Haas avocados in guacamole. Those aren't real avocados. They're intruders, imposters, and they taste like the ocean. Why does an avocado taste like the ocean? It doesn't swim. Haas has that creamy, rich flavor. They put a lot of garlic in here, very strong garlic flavor, a lot of fresh onions, tons of lime. It's that quintessential perfect fresh guacamole flavor. This is not holy guacamole. This is evil guacamole. A hair just flew past my face. Did you see that? Life is crazy. It's so flavorful. 10 out of 10. Now, I forgot to read the human reviews. I completely forgot. Oh my gosh. See, robots are starting to be the only creatures that matter. Like I always say, these are not for sure true. We don't know what's going on. Okay, Mickey. This first person says, barely edible. Beef tacos full of grease. Chips seemed like cheap store-bought and stale. Not true. Not true. Yellow goop served with chips. Are you telling me Gwyneth Paltrow Huerta? I didn't know that Gwyneth was a Disney fan, but now I know that she had a hand in crushing these avocados. Next person said, I went there today to what I heard was a good Mexican quick service, but I was completely wrong. Very expensive for the small portioned food you receive that you can't even eat. Chips were stale. The beef was full of grease, to the point not even edible. Is this the same person? They sound very similar. Sorry guys, there's a guy staring at me and he looks like he wants to throw me across the room. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. I want to eat. I don't need this negativity in my life. Next up, let's do the barbacoa bowl. So this has pickled onion, corn, some sort of a salsa, and Mexican rice. It sounds pretty simple, to be honest. For the price, it should have had guac too. I really believe that in my soul. Oh. Okay. You know, I think it needs these salsas. Let me add a little bit of each. We got chipotle, and we also have tomatillo. Tomatillo. Oh, chipotle. Oh, wow. Okay, so the barbacoa is good quality. I'll say that. I feel like the first bite, I got a lot of saltiness, and I mistook that for flavor. But as a food critic of so many generations, just me. It's just me. I'm the big generation. I should know better. The more I ate it, the more the barbacoa just tasted salty. Tomatoey was salty, and that's really it. It did have a nice pot roast texture to it, but it doesn't have that really flavorful, sweet, almost cinnamony, slightly spicy kick that barbacoa typically has. So I felt that was disappointing. The rice itself also kind of just tastes tomatoey. It doesn't really have that full Mexican rice flavor, which is usually very garlicky and kind of like a chicken bouillon flavor, you know, like that little cube that I kind of wanted to chew on. And I feel the toppings were lacking. lacking. The pickled onions added a hint of sweetness, but they didn't really shine. And the corn added absolutely nothing besides an icky texture. I feel if this had maybe a little bit of sour cream, some pico de gallo, some crushed up tortilla chips, just different things, I feel like it would really elevate it, but it is lacking. So I have to give this a 4.5 out of 10. Could be much better. The sauces though, always incredible. This has a very strong chipotle and adobo flavor. Lumpia? Adobo? I ate it every day. Cameron Diaz, you need to leave my channel alone. Last but not least, we have the empanada con queso. Now they did come with beans. Let's try those quickly. I think I've had these. Once again, salty with not much more going on. There is a kind of a weird sweetness that doesn't really match the vibe of the rest of the food. And the beans taste gritty, not undercooked, but they have that kind of gritty hardness to them. I don't know, girlies. We started so strong with the guac. So these empanadas look really good. They are quite small and they're all cheese. They said, we want you to fart. You'd think they'd be like a trio, like a chicken, a cheese, and a beef, you know, but no, all cheese. And sadly, I was not able to eat outside. All the seats were taken, so I will not be able to see if the pigeons really do come for the girls. Pigeons attack. That's what they say to each other when they see an empanada. Maybe Tinkerbell is in here somewhere and she'll fly over and pick up the empanada because she's not able to pick me up. I'm too heavy. Let's try it. Girlies, I really did not expect this to be that good. I really didn't. I thought it was just gonna be like queso nacho cheese inside, but this is not that. This is unique, which is what the doctor said when I was birthed. He said, oh, you got a unique one. The cheese within is the mother I never had. The sister I always wanted. It is almost like cream cheese and mozzarella cheese mixed together. It's very salty, but it's almost like fluffy and airy. And even though it's a very simple flavor, it carries the whole empanada. It didn't even need the sauces. It tasted good with them, but it didn't need them. And I think that's a sign that we don't always need other people to feel complete. Right? And the empanada shell itself, very light, very crunchy, not overly fried, not oily. It just tasted incredible. 10 out of 10. Okay, so other than the bowl, everything else kind of was a slay. So, Le Cantina, Design, Angel. You ate that. We're gonna explore the park and then have dinner later. And dinner is a place that so many people hate. Every time I see an influencer talking about it, they're like, it ruined my life. Okay, so I can't wait.
We are starting our big Epcot tour right behind the volleyball. Some people say this is the heart of Epcot. I think that the heart of the ocean is lost at the bottom of the sea because Rose was selfish and she dropped it on purpose. As you can see, the basketball is in its flower crown, tumbler, midsummer Florence Pugh era, and it looks really pretty. I'm really proud that it's embracing fashion and florals. So we're only gonna tour the World Showcase, the countries, because they're the only real places that actually exist. The rest of Epcot is a glimpse of the future that has not happened yet. And oh, look, it's Mexico. We were just eating here, so we're skipping it. Now, I always get this one and Germany confused. I know Germany comes later. Then what is this? This is the country where grass grows on the roof. I don't know, I forget. But this is China, I know that, and it's really pretty. Probably the prettiest area in the whole park, or even all of Disney, to be honest. Nothing beats this. And here we have a massive, what is that, a barnacle? I don't know. And this is the Africa area. It really is the most low effort section. They have to work on this. Imagineers, start imagining something, please. And this is Germany. Hey, Germany. They have a lot of Schlugendorf pastries and things like that. And these tiny little men that I've never noticed until now. They're so adorable. Grazie. We're here in Bella Land, Italy. They have a statue of Aslan for some reason. I think that he's Giada's pet. And they have some really pretty architectures and pretty things, you know, and pizza, of course. So that's great. Oh, hello, home. This is good old America. They got turkey legs and hot dogs and nothing else. And these wonderful cast members made these hidden Mickeys that weren't so hidden out of dirt and grime from the street. It's what Mickey deserves, to be honest, you know. And here is Japan. This is also one of the prettiest areas as well. Look how tall that building is. And also there's this kind of archway type thing that I just realized lines up perfectly with the Epcot ball. Are you kidding me? And this is Morocco. Another one of the prettiest areas, guys. Epcot has a lot of pretty areas. Oh, is this what I think it is? Could this be This is good old Paris. If you want a baguette, if you want a croissant, you go here. And here we have London town, where Charlie XCX was born, and also the land of fish and chips. Okay, I'm sorry, I was doing too much. We're in Canada. A boot! Okay, I'm done, sorry. That is the end of the Epcot tour. What do we think, girlies?
It is time for our Epcot Day 2 dinner. Now, we are eating at a place called 9 Dragons. I've eaten there once before. I think I kind of liked it, but people drag this place. I've heard people say it should be called 1 Dragon because it doesn't deserve a 9. I've never heard anyone say that, but I just did. This is what Google had to say about it. Google said that the duck fried rice has been cited as a disappointing dish due to complaints about it being dry, stale, or excessively salty. Also, it quacks as you eat it. I added that part. And other criticized dishes are the shrimp dumplings and the pot stickers. So I'm getting all of that, all of it, plus dessert. I think when I went there, I had some kind of a steak and it was nice. It was quite delectable. I'm gonna read the human being reviews at the restaurant because I gotta get going. My reservation is very soon and Mama is never late.
Never.
I know they say a queen is never early. Well, guess what? Maybe that's the rule in Genovia, but not in Narnia. Narnia's strict. Okay.
Here are my chicken pot stickers and my shrimp dumplings in this very thick sauce. What do we think, girlies?
Okay, so something smells like truffle. And you girlies know that to me, truffle is just rich people fart. That's all it will ever be, and it's freaking me out. Now, I didn't see truffle on the actual menu, so I don't know if it's in there or if it's just a similar odor. But let me just start by saying, my waitress is so nice, so wonderful. Service is fantastic. The decor is stunning, and that's all that matters in a restaurant, right? The food doesn't. So I'm excited. I have high hopes. Let's first read the human being reviews. Once again, these might not be true. The service was phenomenal. Our waitress was amazing. She provided excellent service. The food was disgusting. We ordered honey sesame chicken. The breading was barely cooked. The chicken felt too soft and no flavor. The vibe shift was crazy. Okay, next. I was excited to get my food because I ordered the crispy duck fried rice. That's what I'm getting. And it looked amazing. What you don't see is the horrible taste. It was absolutely horrendous. It lacked so much flavor, and I was saddened. Both the duck and especially the fried rice tasted like they cooked it in water. They probably did, it's rice, and added nothing to it. So bad, but I will say the service was phenomenal. So everyone loves the service, that's great. Last one, trash. I wasn't expecting authentic Chinese, but this was seriously absolute trash. Beautiful decor, do better. They threw in a compliment. You gotta look at the silver lining sometimes. I think everyone has a little bit of good in them, right? Okay, we're just gonna leave it there. That just got me so excited to eat this food. I'm gonna first try the chicken pot stickers because I feel like that's the safer bet, you know? And they look really good. And no, I don't know how to use chopsticks. I've said this 1,000 times. Stop expecting people to change. Oh, it's so good. So good. Look at that. Focus. Focus. I'm embarrassed. Focus. Please. Okay. So let's start with the positives. The flavor is fantastic. What I love about it is it has that classic, you know, ginger/green onion chicken pot sticker flavor. The chicken inside is very tender, very light, perfectly salted. But what separates this from the rest is the sauce on the outside. I love that these are fully sauced, kind of like a chicken wing, but like if a chicken wing was stuck to a pot and then it was kind of burning a little bit and you had to scrape it off. The sauce is like a sort of like an eel sauce, but less sweet. It's very savory and almost has a slight like beef broth flavor to it, which I really like. What I don't like is the texture of the wrapper itself. The wrapper is not crispy. It is chewy and not like lightly chewy. It's chewy like a truck tire. I really have a hard time getting my molars through. Kind of like the plant-based sausage that person had to let sit in the sink. Remember that? It's been a crazy week. But I think the flavor is outweighing the terrible texture. I'm still enjoying them. So I'm gonna give them a nice 5.5 out of 10. I'm so generous. Now we have the shrimp dumpling. If the truffle smell was coming from anywhere, it was coming from this sauce. I don't know if I've ever had a shrimp dumpling, so let's see how it tastes. Okay, oh good. Okay, I was scared the shrimp would be like a shrimp paste. This is actual chunks of shrimp, so I'm grateful. I'm glitching. Help. You know what? The shrimp is the best part. And I hope it knows that the time it spent in the ocean with its one hand just flapping, I hope it knows that it was never the problem. Never. The shrimp here just tastes like cooked shrimp. It doesn't really have much flavor. All the flavor comes from the sauce. The sad part is, I don't like it. Oh my god, Keira Knightley is coming out. Help me. I think it has a little bit too much of, everything. The sauce is so rich. It's so powerful. It has too much flavor, and I love flavor. Listen, I'm half Cuban, okay? I like sazon, right? This is like so acidic and thick, and it reminds me of like a really strong, almost like hot sauce with a pudding texture. So it really just globs onto the dumpling, and it's so overpowering, but it's actually not that spicy, which is interesting. So it's not my favorite. I'm gonna give it a -2.
Quack, quack, here's the duck fried rice. As you can see, it's a big portion with a huge spoon and probably half of a duck posing on top.
I know we've heard bad things about this duck fried rice. I know that it has a reputation, but so do I. There's this rumor spreading around that I got diarrhea in a Barnes & Noble's. It didn't happen. It didn't happen ever. Not once. Or 5 times. That's the rumor. It was 5, 10 times. Lies spread easily. So we're going to give this duck fried rice a full chance. They gave me a giant serving spoon. Am I going to use it to eat? Possibly, if I'm not too embarrassed. It smells great, honestly. And my waitress was so nice and was like, the duck is smoked and there's egg in the fried rice, and she was like explaining it to me. It all sounds great, so let's go in. I'm gonna first try the rice by itself because I have a feeling I'm gonna like that more than the webbed feet creature. Okay. Let's try the duck. You know, I'm not mad. Okay, let me pause. Listen, this is a big portion, by the way. I think it's for 2 people. I'm so thankful I'm a pig. So the fried rice itself is like almost really good. It reminds me of hibachi fried rice, but just with less flavor. So it does have that kind of almost caramelized, rich, sweet soy sauce flavor within it. It just seems more of it. There is a lot of egg in here, which I really like in a fried rice. It gives it a lot of, you know, future gobble essence. The gobble that never gobbled. Gobbler. And the duck itself is actually extremely dry, but I think I prefer dry duck. I think I prefer the duck that lives in the desert and floats in the oasis. That one, because all the other times I've had duck, it's been really greasy and I'm sorry, I got the shivers. Kind of dark-sided. This duck is really dry, but it's still able to be chewed, and it does have a ham smoked, like Christmas pig flavor to it. So it's like a duck pig. It's mutating through evolution. So I don't like love the duck. I wouldn't pick it over chicken, but I can eat it and be happy. And the sauce on top is very sweet, but it's a little drizzle. So I'm gonna give this a fair 6 out of 10. Could have been so much worse.
For dessert, I got the mango pudding, which is covered in evaporated milk.
This is not a worst rated item as far as I know. I just got it because I wanted it. Sometimes you have to just grab life and take it. Take what you want. I'm very intrigued by this. I've never had a mango pudding. This is apparently pudding on the bottom and then evaporated milk. I'm surprised it's still here. If it's evaporated, you'd think you'd be able to taste it in the air. I don't taste anything. Oxygen is flavorless. And in the milk, there's these jelly cubes. So let's go in. Ooh, it's very thick. It's like a flan. Half Cuban. Okay. Those aren't jelly cubes, it's canned mango. Come on, Campbell's. You know, I liked it. I didn't love it, but I liked it. There's a big difference. I adore the texture. Actually, the textures. The actual pudding texture is just like flan. So it's like silky smooth. It's firmer than a packet of sugar-free pistachio pudding. You know, the stuff you put in your yogurt to make it feel like it's cheesecake, even though it will never be cheesecake. Live in delusion. Keep going. It's a very rich texture. And the other texture is the evaporated milk. It's liquid. I mean, it's that texture, the texture of water, but it's cow's water. And then the mango pieces had a whole other texture, so very nice for the senses, you know. My one issue is the flavor. The flavor is actually quite nice. It's barely sweet, and it's this really creamy, just pure mango flavor. I just wish it was a little bit sweeter and a little bit richer. It's just a tiny bit too light, but I still really enjoyed it. It's just so refreshing. So I'm gonna give it 7 out of 10. And overall, I pretty much enjoyed my dinner here. So I will be back one day. I will see you tomorrow at Hollywood Studios. Day 3. I don't want to touch the dirty puddle. Amoebas, ew. Hollywood Studios. I'm so hyped to be here. You know, every time I come here, I think to myself, was there a bug on me? And I also think to myself, I could have been a star. My mother always told me, Timmy boy, you're gonna be the next Judy Garland. But instead of going over the rainbow, I got stuck in it. And now I'm a walking stereotype, and I'm proud. I love it. You know what? It's like I'm in Singing in the Rain. We are starting the day at one of the worst rated quick service restaurants. That's a B. Okay, I'm leaving. We are starting the day at one of the worst rated quick service restaurants in all of Hollywood. Rosie's All-American Cafe. The patriotic diva herself. I'm sure she's gonna love that I do look like a bald eagle. She's gonna say, this is the best Disney bounding I've seen all day. All day, Timmy. Now, I don't think I've ever done a taste test here, so I'm kind of nervous. Google says that some of the worst rated items are the plant-based lobster roll, which is described as tasteless, soupy, and served on stale buns. Also, I think it's made out of hearts of palm. They said Florida has too many palm trees. Save the lobsters, take the trees. Also, the cheeseburger is criticized for being dry, plastic-like, and having a rubbery texture. And the fries are often reported as cold or soggy. We're gonna go get our food, read the human being reviews, and feast. Oh, I want a palm tree real bad.
Here is my Rosie feast. We have a good old cheeseburger. We have a berry cobbler for dessert, the lobster palm tree roll with chips on the side, and buffalo ranch French fries as well, plus a Dasani for hydration.
Ah, the breeze. I feel it in my hair. So there's only outside seating, but that's okay because we're in the early 80s right now. And so is your grandma. She's a great person. I love her. I've never met her, but I'm sure she's wonderful. So it's not too hot. Yes, this hat also has lint stuck in it. And if you have something to say it to my face. Okay, if you hate my lint, if you hate how I present it, just tell me. Don't be fake. I think I really like Rosie. I think she's a very nice... Is that a bee? Oh no, it's those bugs that hug each other and fly around. I think I like Rosie. I think I do. She's giving out free ranch. You can just grab 10 if you want to, which I almost did. That's really generous, even more than Ellen. Rosie, can I call you Roseanne? Roseanne, the work you're doing for the community, passing out free ranch, that's something that could change the world. Oh, it's a lizard. Oh my gosh, there's so much wildlife. I hate it. Also, last thing before I start eating, I'm so embarrassed. The lady that was working there at Rosie's was so nice. And she was just like talking to me. She was like, what's your favorite park? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I think Epcot, but I like them all. And then once I got my food, I said, thank you for talking to me. And she didn't even look at me weird, but I felt weird. Anyways, let's try one of these chips. They came with the plant-based lobster roll for free. Okay, they deserve to be free. They're not bad, they're salted. But I hate when chips are so greasy that they just start to turn caramelized by the canola. You know, they're just so soaked through, but they're still somehow crunchy. But Sally, you can taste the grease in there. It's just more grease than potato. And if I was an Idahoan, I would say, how dare you? But I'm not, so it's not that big of a deal. 2 out of 10. Hate them. Now it's time for something that I regret. It's time for the buffalo fries. So when I was ordering the burger, there was an option to make your fries special, unique, worth something in this world. There was either chili cheese or buffalo. So I chose, ooh, buffalo fries, $2 more. Sounds worth it to me. A whole animal that I could probably ride. Buffaloes are big. For $2 is crazy. So I ordered it without thinking, oh, buffalo usually comes with some form of blue cheese. You know, oh my gosh, a bird just fell on its back. Girl, you okay? She's walking over here. Girl, she literally just fell. It was walking on one of these things and it literally just slipped off. Like it was a quirky girl from a 90s rom-com, you know? But she seems okay as long as she can still fly. She's good. So yeah, the buffalo fries do have blue cheese dressing on them. But you know what? Even though blue cheese is one of my least favorite molds, I am a taste tester. And if something comes with blue cheese dressing, I need to be okay with that and be brave. Because if we're not brave, then we are weak, right? That's what Mozart said. So I'm still gonna try to enjoy them. They look really good. They have lots lots of buffalo sauce, and apparently the fries have a ranch dusting on them. So why not use ranch dressing then, huh? Rosie, you're trying to be different using 2 different dressings, huh? I don't know if I like her anymore. Let's try this out. This bite is gonna have a lot of blue cheese on it. Is there a clump? No. Oh. Oh. I'm not fully mad. Oh, okay, she can still fly. I'm happy for her, but she needs to tone it down. So first things first, the fries are a little, not old tasting, but they do not taste fully fresh, if that makes sense. They taste a little, not reheated, but a little bit reheated. I'm not saying they are though. They're fine, they're not terrible, but they're not crispy and delicious like a good shoestring fry should be. You know, when I tie my Skechers, I think to myself, these are the best fries. And I'm lying, because I don't even have to tie my Skechers. They're just the ones you slip into, because I don't know how to tie my shoes the right way. Did I say that out loud? It's the truth. My sister Hannah taught me the wrong way, and I've been stuck that way ever since. It's her fault. But the toppings are pretty gosh darn good. The blue cheese is not bad. Can I handle blue cheese crumbles on their own? Of course not. I'm not a monster. But in a dressing, it's kind of not bad. It's creamy. There is a cheesy flavor. It's a little off. You know, it's a little icky. But they kind of remind me of the cheese powder on like a Cheeto, but just tangier and sharper and more like a foot. The buffalo sauce is fantastic. It's a very creamy buffalo, very tangy. It could be spicier, but I like it. And the ranch powder does add a nice, almost like potato chip flavor. So I'm not mad. They're not amazing, but they're not bad. 6 out of 10. Did I slightly enjoy blue cheese? This is not who I am. I don't want to be this person. Okay, pause. Human reviews. Oh my God. Sorry. People saw. Like always, these might not be true. Ordered lobster roll with potato chips. Potato chips impossible to eat due to excessive salt and grease. You forgot that. Cast member was rude and said, "That's how it is. Get over it, Susan." Their food was cold and burger was hard as a rock. The cheese wasn't melted but looked translucent. Another window food item. The fries were also cold, hard, and overcooked, and then they forgot some of the order. Rosie, stop burping, you stink. Last one, the food was super bad. I ordered 4 chicken strips and 2 of them were breaded strips. They didn't have chicken, so it was just breaded bread. Another lobster roll one. I was disappointed with this option. It was lettuce and sauce in a bun, which didn't match the name lobster roll. Please improve the labeling to avoid misleading customers. Why not call it a lettuce salad roll? Imagine. No one would buy it. Okay, so I do think that they changed the name because on the current menu, it said Hearts of Palm Roll. So they saw the backlash. Rosie said, let's pivot. And that's what she did. Let's try the burger next. Let's see if it's as hard as a rock. I did add a bit too much mustard and ketchup. It could be worse. It really could. This is not a terrible burger. It's not good. In fact, it's a little bit sad, but I could still semi-enjoy it. You know what it tastes like in the frozen aisle? You know Bubba Burgers? It tastes like his burgers. He's Rosie's stepson. He hates her. She always puts her empire before him. Yeah, it tastes like a frozen burger that you make at home on the stovetop and you forgot the seasonings besides salt and pepper. Does it taste a little bit processed? Yes. Does it taste fresh? Absolutely not. Is it greasy? No, because I don't think it's fresh enough to be greasy. That's a compliment. But look at me go. I keep eating it. The bun tastes fine. The lettuce tastes actually quite crunchy. That's shocking. And the ketchup and mustard tastes like Heinz and French's. Hola Peri. I'm gonna give it, for a quick service burger, 4 out of 10. So I know the Hearts of Palm Floridian wildlife roll is gonna be real messy. I'm gonna have my berry cobbler first. It looks really good. Let's see what it gives. What is that? Who are you? I'm Berry Cobbler. You lie. You lie, Papa. Friends don't lie. You know, a cobbler usually has a crumble on top that gets kind of bubbly and nice, you know? This has more of a cake on top. It's just like a slice of cake. So I would say this is more of a short cake. Oh my God, there's a bug on my leg. Sorry. And I don't like feeling tricked. I don't like that feeling. It makes me feel less intelligent than I am, which is very... And then the berry stuff on the bottom does not taste fresh in the slightest. It tastes like a jar of Schmucker's jelly. And that's an insult because a berry cobbler should taste like berries with syrup and a little bit of lemon juice, just baked, you know? But this tastes like something preserved. 4 out of 10. Oh, this is not great, but we saved the best for last. The Tree Panini. You know what? I want the meat from the burger. I'm craving meat now. Oh, and the ranch. Wow, I've never read a more accurate review. That's a lettuce sandwich. I don't know what to say. The concept of a hoagie made from a head of lettuce. So the bread is great. The bread is like a French crusty wee yeast. The filling, honestly, does taste like lettuce, mayonnaise, a strong onion flavor. I appreciate that. And a big ol' helping of Old Bay seasoning. Bay might have crow's feet. He might have a little bit of a gobbler. We're all gonna get one. I can't wait to twist mine around. But he still has a lot of flavor, and I really commend that. That really was the only thing that saved this sandwich slightly, but it's just not satisfying to eat in the slightest. First of all, there's too much mayonnaise, so it's like you're eating so much egg and oil blended together. Edward, it's too much. And the hearts of palm are very watery, and there's no hearts of palm flavor. Like I said, it tastes kind of like a salad, but this salad has no like protein. It has nothing to really chew on. It's weird. It's a weird item. I have to give that 3 out of 10. So this lunch lived up to the ratings. It was not good, but I'm grateful. I'm gonna eat more of it before I leave. And we're gonna do our Hollywood Studios tour. See you there.
Welcome to Hollywood. We have a mountain with a big sign on it. So we're starting the tour in a terrible place, the Tower of Terror. It's spooky and based on the Twilight Zone. Gen Z is like, what's the Twilight Zone? Does that have Bella and Edward in it? No, it doesn't. Stop asking questions. I'm giving a tour. And this is the live Beauty and the Beast show. It is not spoken in French, so it's not that authentic to the movie, but it's still sort of enjoyable. This is Rock and Roller Coaster, but now it's the Muppets Rock and Roller Coaster. Do I look like a Muppet? I'm gonna miss Aerosmith. You know, they were so rock and roll, and Muppets are gonna be a little more goofy, but maybe it'll be good. Who knows? And in the center of Hollywood Studios, we have a big man-made lake. Now, this is the Indiana Jones show. If you want to see Harrison Ford get chased by a big ball of styrofoam, this is the place to be. Now, this is gonna be the Future Monsters Inc. ride. It's like a roller coaster with the doors. I'm so excited. You know what they say, when one door opens, the other one is on a roller coaster. And this is Star Wars land. They call it Galaxy's Edge, even though there is no edge to the galaxy. It's ever expanding. It's really cool, especially if you're a Star Wars fan. If you're not, you're just gonna say, wow, this is really beige. It's got some rust on it as well. That's nice. But they do have this really cool spaceship. And last but not least, we have the Toy Story land with the Slinky roller coaster. It looks real slow, but I swear it's faster than it seems. And that's it. That's the Hollywood Studios tour. What do we think, girlies?
Hey, how y'all doing? Girlies, do you want to go to the movies with me? What are you thinking? Cinemark? Regal? Feeling like a queen? AMC? Nicole Kidman, we come to this place for magic? No, we're going to the Sci-Fi Drive-Through Dine-In Theater at Hollywood Studios for dinner. It is quite literally a fake drive-in theater with fake cars, a fake movie, fake people, probably really rude people that would talk about you behind your back, but they serve real food. I have been there one time. I think I liked it, but I don't remember much about it, to be honest. It was very dark in there. Let's see what the reviews have to say. Do not eat here! Dirty plates. Waited 20 minutes after my reservation. Then I sat at a table, not a car. That's what I want. I want to sit at a table instead of a car. Can I do that? Real letdown. Then the waiter brings me a dirty dish to eat off of. Gross! Never have I been brought a dirty dish. I don't know why I can sense that person was British. The only bad service I had at Disney World. Burger was fine. Fries were inedibly salty. Waste of an hour and a half. Little interaction from server. She wanted to have a heart-to-heart. No refilling water. My wife's food never came. What? What do you mean? She just didn't eat? Well, it's time to go eat in a car. Something that I'm very used to as a food influencer, you know. I guess I'll bring my steering wheel table with me. Let's get going.
So for my appetizers, I got dos papi. I got the plant-based nachos and these mini corn dogs that look real crusty. That's a crust dog. I
am proud of myself. I was about to be seated and I saw these tables in the back. They do have tables in the back, like normal tables. And I literally said to the lady, I was like, can I have a people? And she checked with the managers on her little speaker communication device and they said yes. So here I am. This is so much better than eating in the back of a car. I'm sorry, but I have it to myself. I don't have to be near people. Ew. Let's first try these mini corn dogs. I got them because I was like, I want to try something simple here. I want to try something that should be good no matter what. So if it's bad, I can drag them even more. You know, these look good. Some of them are kind of busted open, but like this one's like, set me free. Let's see. First without ketchup. This kind of ketchup bottle is the most delicious thing I've ever seen. It's always in the vintage movies in Greece when they're at the diner and they're all middle-aged. They have these ketchup bottles. I want to eat the bottle itself. That is one of the most incredible corn dogs I've ever had. And that's also one of the biggest lies I've ever said. It's mediocre. It's a typical corn dog. The hot dog has a classic hot dog flavor. It's not too meaty, not too salty. The batter is that kind of more dense, thick corn dog batter that I personally love. But I have to say, they are greasy. Not just greasy, thoroughly greasy. They made sure that they were greasy efficiently. So that's my only complaint. Now, it's a big complaint, but they're still good enough to eat for sure. For sure. So I'm gonna give these a nice 6 out of 10. Now we have the sci-fi plant-based nachos. Oh my goodness, girlies. A lot of you know I'm vegan. So when I see a vegan item on the menu, I say, this is my lucky day. Because meat's in everything, and corn dogs and so many other items I've had this week, but being a vegan is worth it. Now these nachos have black beans. They have impossible meat, which is a type of beef that shouldn't be here, but it is. So its existence is impressive, you know? And then it also has an avocado crema instead of cheese and 1 piece of cilantro. Let's go in. It smells genuinely incredible. Oh. Oh, okay, that gave me the ick just a little bit. Just a little bit. So many thoughts are running through my really healthy vegan brain. So the chips are surprisingly really fresh tasting. They're very thick and very crunchy. I do like most of the toppings it has, but I do feel like it's lacking more toppings. I feel like there's more vegan things to add on to this. Like you could throw on some kale, dust on some quinoa, you know, something. They're just a little bit empty for nachos. The pico de gallo tastes good. The 1 piece of cilantro was very, very strong. Now the meat. So the flavor, I'm impressed by this. A lot of Impossible and Beyond meats can taste like canned dog food. Don't ask me how I know what canned dog food tastes like, but this has no hint of dog food. It really does have the flavor of taco meat, like straight up taco meat. My issue is the texture. It's a bit softer than meat, and it really does tend to stick together into impossible blobs. I wish that blob was impossible. I'm gonna give them a 4.5 out of 10. They could have been so much worse, truly.
And for my entree, I got an entree salad. It's a citrus something burst chicken fest.
Yes, for my entree, I did get a salad. I don't want to hear complaints. I had my full grease intake with the 2 appetizers. I wanted to balance it, and entree salads are actually a big test. They're either filling, flavorful, satisfying, or they're pathetic, tossed in the depths of despair. And this could be either. Now, I'm excited about it because I really like the topping blend they chose. This is the chicken citrus salad. It has mandarin oranges, cherry tomato, feta, candied pecans, a citrus vinaigrette, cranberry, and chicken. Okay, it's almost good. It's almost good. Somewhere in the multiverse, it's the best salad ever. But sadly, here in the caca-verse, it's just okay. What's interesting is it's almost all lettuce. If it had half the lettuce and double the dressing, that would like upgrade it so much. I think they want to make it look like huge at the cost of flavor. The chicken is dark meat. Good quality, but it's lacking flavor. It tastes like the Panda Express teriyaki chicken without any teriyaki flavoring. Picture that. But it's not bad. It's very plain. All the toppings taste really fresh. Oh my god, that was a burp from the 60s. It's been rotting. The oranges taste fresh. Tomatoes taste fresh. Feta tastes good. The best part is the candied pecan. Every time I get it in a bite, I almost levitate above the cars just from sheer joy. And the dressing is citrusy and nice, but I just wish it was stronger. So overall, this is almost good. It's just lacking flavor. 4.5 out of 10. We still have dessert. It's okay.
For dessert, I got this gorgeous creation. It was called Feature Film or something like that, and it's really pretty.
This dessert looks gorgeous. There is a gold dusting on it. Did he go to Jared? No, he went to the Disney drive-in theater and got a greasy corn dog and some plant-based blob nachos. But I'm still so excited for this. The wonderful waiter told me that it's new. So I'm being up to date as a Disney influencer, and it's called Feature Film. Wait, film feature? Where is it? Let me find it. Give me a second. Stop it. We're in Disney. Stop making a scene. It's called Feature Finale. Vanilla sponge roulade with raspberry vanilla custard, cassis panacata, strawberry sauce, and whipped cream. That was annoying. Okay, let's just dig in. Mmm. That's so good. I love it. Does it taste like a film? I don't know. I've never gnawed on a film. Those IMAX strips are too big, but it's delicious. It's very good. So it tastes like raspberry jam, which I don't mind here. I think it works here within a roll of like classic vanilla cake. Okay, very simple. The topping, the panna cotta, is very like lemony and very citrusy and bright, and has such a nice creamy texture. And that tartness balances out the sweetness from the cake. Very nice, very delicate. But I will say, my one complaint is that the cake is a bit rubbery, but I feel like it has to be rubbery to get that perfect rolled look. You know, it has to kind of be able to bend and pop it, lock it, you know. But that's my one complaint. 8.5 out of 10, very good. Another successful, mediocre day, but I'm so grateful, girlies. Let me just pause to say thank you for watching. It means the world to me, truly. And I'm only able to do this because of you. I'm only able to eat the worst rated items because of you. Look what you've done. I'm just kidding. I'm so grateful. I'm having the best time. And nothing's been that bad, okay? Besides the lettuce sandwich. I'll see you tomorrow at Disney Springs. Oh, changing it up. Day 4, Disney Springs, Agua. So I've been having a great week so far with you. You've had fun with me? Yeah, keep that thought in your head. Please remember our memories together. I think you're gonna be kind of mad at me, and I'm sorry, mother, I'm sorry. So Disney Springs really only has one iconic worst rated restaurant, which is where we are going for dinner. So for lunch, I was like, where do I go? And I decided to put me first. I'm gonna put me first. We're pausing the challenge and we're gonna eat delicious things. Oh! I know that's not what you expected probably, but I'm excited because there's 3 quick service little restaurants at Disney Springs that I've never tried and I've always wanted to. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have 3 small items for lunch, and the first one is gonna be a sweet treat, you know. Probably the most iconic sweet treat in all of Disney Springs. It's called Gideon's Bakehouse. It is a cookie store and everyone talks about it. Like the girls are gooped by Gideon. The influencers like pass out when they talk about it. It's crazy. And then next we are going to Marketplace Snacks. I know, basic name, but they have these waffles, savory ones too, that are stuffed with things. So I'm getting the mac and cheese one for sure. And then last but not least, we're going to BB Wolf's Sausage Co., which obviously is a sausage factory. This is where Miss Hannigan wanted to send, what was the dog's name? Lucky? Fluffy? Gloopy? I don't remember. Annie's little chihuahua.
So this is Gideon's. I knew it was popular, girlies, but I did not know it would have a line this long, okay? Gideon must be one of the plastics. If I went to the same school as him, he would say, "You can't sit with us," which is really hurtful. This is the menu. As you can see, there's a bunch of flavors. Pause if you'd like. And this is the inside of Gideon's. Ooh, spooky. Ah! That was my ghost impression. And these are the display cookies. I'm assuming they're so dried up and crusted over from being displayed for so long. But this is my fresh cookie. I got the pistachio toffee cookie. It was just a blob of stuff.
Girlies, I stood in that line for 30 minutes. Now, listen, I'm a Disney influencer. I understand lines. I basically live in them, but this one felt different. The sun was shining brighter than usual. Like, this was not normal. I took the sun in like a solar panel, and I feel overheated, but I'm still really hungry. The aesthetic of the store was a bit spooky, a bit demonic, and I feel kind of evil eating this cookie right now, but
It is what it is.
oh my God, it's so thick, and it's so heavy. Oh my God. I thought I was alone. Well, Gideon got me. Gideon gooped me too. Incredible, show-stopping, but I have a lot of thoughts. Okay, I'm noticing that the pistachio toffee element is not within the cookie. The cookie itself is just a chocolate chip cookie, but it just has some toffee chunks and pistachios on the outside. Is that disappointing? Just a smidge, just a hair, which I don't even have. Because pistachios by themselves don't really have a strong pistachio-like dessert flavor, if that makes sense. But they do still add a very gorgeous crunch. The toffee is so sweet, and the cookie within, honestly, doesn't taste like a cookie. It tastes like the best cookie dough I've ever had. There's an uncooked flavor to it, even though it probably is cooked. And also there's a strong sea salt flavor here as well. So even though it's extremely sweet, very shareable, definitely shareable. You could share this one cookie with 4 people, I'm not even joking. They'd all be satisfied. Gideon, I love that you're bringing people together to gnaw on one cookie. I love that. So it's very sweet, but it does have a saltiness that cuts through, and I adore it. 10 out of 10. Let's go to the place with the waffle.
This is Marketplace Snacks, where they have the bubble waffles. As you can see, they have tons of flavors, sweet ones, savory ones, but of course I chose the one with probably the most sodium, I'm assuming, the barbecue brisket waffle. It's full of a bunch of things. You'll find out what they are in a second.
Okay. Today's the hottest day. I don't know. Listen, I don't like to complain on this channel. Okay, I'm grateful to be within the presence of mice. But today's extra sweaty. That's the last time I'm gonna talk about it. I'm so sorry. Mama's having a rough time. But I'm so excited to eat this. Oh my God. Okay, so I've never had a bubble waffle before. My lungs are like, a waffle for you and for me. Air pockets for me. Waffle batter for you. And I love that we can share that. It reminds me of sharing a cookie at Gideon's. Oh my God. Today's all about family. But I'm very interested. There's this red sauce on the mac and cheese that looks very intense. There's so much of it. And I am sitting at Ghirardelli, even though I did not buy anything here. What are they gonna do to me? Throw chocolate at me? Throw a truffle, a morsel? Huh? I'm not scared. The only chocolatier I'm scared of is Willy Wonka. He's terrifying. This has barbecue brisket, sweet black pepper barbecue sauce. That's what that sauce is. Macaroni and cheese, pickled onions, and chopped parsley. I'm scared. Okay, I'm gonna try to taste it all at once, but it's gonna be hard with the waffle. Wait. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take off a piece of waffle, put it in my bite. Very smart. Oh, let's see. Mmm. Yo. I don't know what that was. I gotta say, I think the part that doesn't fit in the most is the waffle itself. It doesn't match the rest of the flavors. It's a little bit sweet, but not in like a fun, sweet, savory way, in like truly a breakfast way. This tastes like the maple syrup from the tree from Little House on the Prairie that they put the cork in and then the maple syrup poured out. It tastes kind of like that. The mac and cheese itself, very basic, very simple, and that's okay. You know, I love a basic mac and cheese. It doesn't have to be outstanding for it to be enjoyable. It's creamy, it's a little bit sharp, nothing crazy. It's nice. The brisket surprised me because it tasted really charred, very coal-like, and it only had a little bit of blubber, which is a big deal for brisket. Brisket is usually 80% blubber, 1% animal. That makes sense. Now, the barbecue sauce is interesting. It's a little too sweet, I gotta say, but it's a very thick, tomatoey barbecue sauce. It almost reminds me of like barbecue sauce meets chili, which is kind of nice and different. I just think there was too much of it and too much sweetness there, along with the pickled onions. That was some more sweetness. So overall, too sweet, but I still enjoyed it. I think it's pretty good quality. It's a big portion. Would I get it again? Maybe on a winter's day when I needed to warm up from the icicles on my eyelashes, but on a hot day, never again. 6 out of 10. Next up, hot dogs.
This is BB War Wolf's Sausage Company. Sounds like the most professional hot dog in all the land. This is the menu. They have a lot of flavors. I opted for the Three Little Pigs Trio, which comes with a chili cheese hot dog, a Cuban style hot dog, I think, and a Reuben pastrami sauerkraut fest.
I'm back again, Sally. I decided that I wanted to feel even more like a rebel. The first time I sat here without purchasing anything, they probably saw me and said, we'll let it slide. Let's give him the Disney magic pass. But the second time, they're gonna say something. They're gonna say, get out. But I won't. I won't. I'm delirious from the heat. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so excited for my hot dog flight. The hot dogs are just flying everywhere. But it's not called a hot dog flight. It should be called that. It is called the Three Little Pigs. So we have a New York pastrami Reuben. We have a Ybor city-style hot dog, which I think is a Cuban sandwich hot dog. I really do. It looks like it. Guys, I'm half Cuban. I know what a Cuban sandwich looks like. It has the pork. It has the pickle. It has the mustard, the Swiss cheese. That's a Cuban sandwich. I just don't know who Ybor is. And then the Texas chili cheese dog, which has chili cheddar and corn chips. So we have some Fritos. Okay, let's try that one first. I love a chili cheese dog. I'm sorry. Why would I eat it like that? That was upsetting. I think I was subconsciously avoiding the bread because I don't really like the bread that much already. Very hard, not fluffy. Very stale, not airy. So the hot dog itself, very nice, meaty. Has a little crunch on the outside. The cheese is salty. The Fritos are salty as well and crunchy. The chili is all right. It does not taste canned, so that's a win. And it's a tiny bit spicy, which I love. There's beans, there's meat, there's tomato. I just feel like it could have a stronger chili flavor. It's a bit light, but I still enjoyed it to an extent. 6 out of 10. This is supposed to be my good food meal. The opposite of worst. It's been okay. Next up, we have the Cuban sandwich. Okay. Hola, ¿cómo está? Home. That's very good. You know, the bread works here. You know why? They grilled it like a Cuban bun. That's effort. It's crunchy, it's fresh, it's delicious. The toppings are incredible. The cheese is super cheesy. Tons of mustard, almost too much mustard, but I like mustard, so I'm not mad at that. The pickles are very tangy. The pork is good quality too. It's tender, limey, it has that kind of mojo flavor. If I wasn't surrounded by people, I would get up right now and do the salsa. And you would probably shed a tear, but I don't want to put you through that. So we're not doing it. I'm gonna give that a very strong 9 out of 10. Oh yes, very good. Okay, but at least we have the New York pastrami Reuben. I love a Reuben sandwich. I also love the Reuben singer from American Idol. Not great. BB Wolf, I loved your work in Beauty and the Beast when the Beast chased you down, but this is not my favorite thing ever. I don't think the hot dog flavor goes well with the massive amount of sauerkraut. First of all, the sauerkraut is too sour. I know it's called sauerkraut, but this is like sour 2.0. These Thousand Island dressing, it's kind of globbed on. It kind of gave me the ick a little bit. And the pastrami kind of just tastes like bacon. That's not a bad thing, but I feel like there's not enough meat, besides the hot dog, of course, to balance out all that sourness from the sauerkraut and the creaminess from the dressing. It's too much of all that. I'm gonna give that one a 4. So I had a great lunch. I'm grateful, and I'll see you for dinner at the worst rated restaurant in Disney Springs, allegedly. Okay, bro, let's go. Let's go. The challenge is back on, bro. 6, 7. I kind of like doing it. It's kind of fun. Anyways, the worst rated Disney challenge is officially back on, and we are going to the restaurant that is known, according to the girls in Google, as the worst rated restaurant in Disney Springs. And that is Paradiso. 37? 36? Paradiso 37, correct. I was correct. I have been there once. I don't remember if I like the food. It's a sit-down restaurant. Google says that Paradiso 37 is often criticized for serving dry, bland, and overpriced freezer quality food. Ooh, burn. Freezer burn. And some of the worst rated items are the pulled pork sandwich. Google said that, sorry, this is so weird coming from Google, but it literally says, described as having a nasty bun with very little meat. And then also the nachos are not beloved, and the tres leche, we're getting all of that and maybe something else as well. And let's just read the human reviews now, shall we? These might not be true. Who knows? This person said, the food was so unimpressive. My lukewarm Hawaiian pulled pork sandwich had barely any dry, chewy pork, and even less coleslaw on a plain, untoasted bun. She forgot nasty. My daughter's brisket was more like pot roast and decent, but the beans and rice weren't good. Husband had a burger, one son had the fish tacos, and the other son had the kids' chicken tenders and fries. How many kids do you have? Get a TLC show at this point. Please don't waste your time and money. Food portions are small and expensive. I ordered a half roasted chicken and specifically asked for juicy chicken. However, my chicken was dry. Okay, I've never said, can you make my chicken extremely juicy? I feel like that's a very specific request. Like sometimes chickens are just dried up creatures. Like it is what it is. Absolutely horrible experience for a first night in Disney. Arrived and took 15 minutes to get menus and another 20 to even be able to order. Once we did, our wine glasses were filthy. Had lipstick and dirty smears all over the cups. Oh my God, of course that might not be true. We don't know, but I'm definitely gonna check for lipstick marks and dirty smears. Let's go.
For my appetizer, I got the nachos. As you can see, they are covered in so many toppings, and it's a really big portion.
So I'm having a great time. Let me just say, the staff so far is the nicest yet. So nice, so attentive, and they didn't even know that I was a vlogger, but they still treated me like royalty. Now I am seated right next to the kitchen and the cashier area, so if I don't like something, I'm gonna hide it fully to be respectful. Second of all, I had the most embarrassing thing happen when I was walking in to Disney Springs. I was minding my business, strutting, working it, you know, just my typical daily life, and I hear a deep man voice behind me say, hey, I like your shirt. And I thought to myself, oh my God, we have an ally among us. I'm so grateful. I turn around, I look directly at him. He's looking at someone else, another man with a very fun shirt. And then they both looked at me. And I just walked away in pathetic silence. Anyways, these nachos look so good. They smell so good. I'm really hyped about them. I don't care what anyone says. I make my own opinions. They have a very fun name. They're called Jalisco style beef nachos. Nachos topped with Jalisco style braised beef, so not ground beef, braised. Fancy. Queso, cotija, and Oaxaca cheese. So we have 3 cheeses, lime crema, pico de gallo, and pickled red onion. I'm ready. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of beef on here, like a lot. Ay, ay, ay. You're so good. Like, so good. Legit. So flavorful.
I'm glad you like it.
The meat, there's a lot of meat too.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's clean. Maybe this is paradise. I haven't had nachos this good since the 1920s. I really haven't. Listen, I don't know about the rest of the food yet, but if you want really good nachos, I'm not joking, Paradiso is the place to B.O. B.O. I was trying to rhyme, and then it turned into an armpit. The tortilla chips, fresh, crunchy, salty. The pico, fresh, crunchy, salty. Limey as well. The meat, fresh, not crunchy, juicy. The meat is incredible. It tastes like birria meat with 0 fat, 0 blubber, 0 whale, and it's piled on. Like, I truly feel like this is a portion made for a man with an appetite like me. And the queso tastes homemade. It does not taste like a jar. It tastes like real, sharp cheese in liquid, ooey gooey form. And I think that's beautiful. The pickled onions add a slight sweetness. Everything works so well together. 10 out of 10. Full slay. That's rare this week. Oh my God.
For my entree, I got the Honolulu pork sandwich, which came with some little different sides and these Parmesan aioli fries.
I gotta be honest, I'm a little full from the nachos, so I might have to take a lot of this home. I mean, I already have the nachos ready to go, but this looks so good. We have Parmesan aioli fries and a Honolulu pork sandwich. So I'm ready. I'm living. They gave me extra Parmesan sauce on the side. Hello. Let's first try the fries. So good so far. I'm gonna try this next, but I'm so excited. Fantastic. Thank you. Listen, the fries are extremely fresh, super hot, super crispy, but they're lacking some salt. I feel like, how am I gonna get my iodize? You know, like I'm supposed to get a portion of that constantly. I'm not gonna get it today. That's crazy. This Parmesan aioli, I love it, but it does not taste like Parmesan. It tastes more sweet, almost like a Big Mac sauce without the tanginess. So I like it. I love me a Big Mac. I mean, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it, you know? It's a big part of my life. I just wish it had a sharper flavor. So I'm gonna give these 7 out of 10. Now, here we have the pork sandwich. This is the bun that Google dragged. The bun that the robot had the guts to call nasty. But I always keep an open mind, and they did seem to give me a lot of pork, so that's good. I'm getting full. I think it's great. I think it's great. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm half Cuban. Pig is a big part of our culture. So I'm an expert when it comes to pig. And this is some good pork. It is tender. It tastes slow roasted. It's in a very light barbecue sauce. It's sweet, tangy, not that smoky. It is more of like a Hawaiian barbecue sauce, but it's coating everything perfectly. It's not making the bun soggy. It's not making it nasty, because that's Google's job. And the pineapple underneath is grilled, and it's delicious with the pork. It adds a juiciness. And I'm not a pineapple on pizza kind of gal, but the pineapple with the pork, incredible combination. The bun tasted great. Okay, never judge a bun by its nasty review. 8.5 out of 10.
And for dessert, I got the tres leche. As you can see, it's a cake sitting in tres leches.
Uno, dos, tres, leche, let's go. So I haven't mentioned it at all during this whole video, but I am half Cuban. So I've had a lot of tres leche in my day. So I know what's good when it comes to tres leches. Let's go in.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Oh, my fork. That is a perfect tres leche. Besides one issue, let me just say it now, get out the way. The strawberry sauce on top had a processed flavor to it. Like it tasted like artificial strawberry, but the cake itself was perfect. It had the fluffiness that a tres leche needs, but it also had the heaviness from the milk. And the milks are barely sweet, which I love. The cake soaks it all right up, and the whipped cream on top is in such a thick, delectable layer. It's all so refreshing and a burst of happiness. So, you know what? I'm gonna say it right now. Redemption for Paradiso 37 starts this second. This is a good restaurant, at least in my opinion. That bun was not nasty. The tres leche was 3. And the fries did taste like a Big Mac. And I'm grateful for all of it. I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. So I will see you guys tomorrow for the final day. Day 5, the final day, Magic Kingdom. Today I am cosplaying as the smoked duck from 9 Dragons. I think it's my best cosplay yet. What do you think? Once again, the weather is just disgusting and sweaty. But today I'm not complaining, because we're about to go eat at an inside place with air conditioning. That's a blessing. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count all of them. It's a quick service place called Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe. Now, I have never filmed there. I did eat there once with my sisters. They were visiting Disney a couple years back, and they wanted to eat there. And I looked at the menu and I said to myself, no ma'am. There was something about it that just looked extra processed to me, so I went and I got some tater tots from that storybook little food truck thing. It's not a truck. It's not a truck. It's in Fantasyland. But I got that and I brought it and I ate with them at Cosmic Rays. They were disgusted, disappointed. And I was having the time of my life eating my delicious tater tots as I laughed at them. I love my sisters, but it was a beautiful moment for me. Google says, despite the popular animatronic show featuring Sunny Eclipse, where's the Cher animatronic? This is often ranked as the lowest quick service spot in the park. Guests frequently describe the standard burger and chicken meals as stale, overcooked, and comparable to school lunches. Okay, I'm getting hot. Let's go.
So I got a plant-based patty melt. It's in the foil. It's hiding. It's like, don't look at me, I'm a tree. And then I also got some buffalo ranch chicken tenders. They both came with fries, and also this passion fruit tart dessert.
So I just want to state something. I did not get this many fries on purpose. Okay, I got one side of fries, and with the chicken tendies, I got a mandarin orange because I love a little cutie. And also, I didn't want too much food. I didn't notice until it was too late. I'll try to eat them all. Stop attacking me. So let's just eat some of those first. I'm very hungry. Same. I thought these would taste just like Rosie's fries. I accepted Rosie for the fries that she served. I was grateful, but these are better. They're better. Oh, Rosie, Rose, stop wilting. It's embarrassing. These are saltier, crispier, fresher. Typical shoestring fry. Nothing special, but very enjoyable. Not stale, not old. I'm happy with them. 8 out of 10. Now that I have some sustenance in me, let's read the human bean reviews, okay? I will never eat at Cosmic Ray's Starlight Cafe again. Will I be saying that in a few minutes? We'll see. The food was honestly inedible. I ordered the chicken tenders and they were hard and rubbery. You don't look like an eraser to me, but looks can be deceiving. Evil is everywhere. The epitome of mediocre theme park food. Okay, Sir Isaac Newton. Offerings are boring and generic. Service was slow. No cool theming except for Ray himself. But sitting near him is always crowded. You know, I also did want to sit next to Ray. What an interesting man alien he is. I wanted to ask him what space was like, why he looked like a blobfish. Is that rude? It's kind of rude. But I didn't get that chance. It was too crowded. So let's see how these Buffalo Ranch tendies are. They have buffalo and they have ranch. Looks very saucy. I'm hyped. Oh. You know, the buffalo sauce is the shining star. This is why I've always wanted to visit Buffalo, New York, so I could be surrounded by the sauce. It's very tangy, it's a bit spicy, it's that perfect, almost buttery buffalo sauce. The ranch seasoning on top does really add a nice extra saltiness, a nice zest. But the tender itself is not what I wanted. It's not what I was craving. The breading is so thick. It's some of the thickest chicken tender breading I've ever had. It's like chewing through a chicken bouillon rock. The breading is not good. It's also flavorless breading. So I'm thankful for the buffalo dressing that adds something, anything. And the chicken within is interesting. You know, when chicken feels real, but you're also like, something's not right. Something's wrong. Not me. Not you. Ray. It doesn't feel like good quality to me, in my opinion. Walt, okay. I'm gonna have to give it a 3.5 out of 10. If I was drinking the buffalo sauce by itself, it would be a 10. So maybe I'll do that next time. So you know what? Next up, I want to try dessert. I want to change it up and get crazy. Do you see this atmosphere floating on top of my tart? My very own multiverse. This is the passion fruit mandarin tart. I love mandarin oranges. I love passion fruit. I'm very passionate about that. So let's see how this tastes. What is this? A hat? Is it everything I've ever wanted and could imagine? No. It's sweet, it's tart. The crust does taste processed, like a processed sugar cookie, which is not a bad thing. I enjoy that. But my issue is it does not taste... Oh my God, it's those bugs. Get out of here. Oh my God, they're crawling towards me. Go, shoo. Oh my God, go away. Okay. Wow, I dealt with that like a man. I'm changing. My issue is it doesn't taste like passion fruit at all. It tastes like a lemon meringue pie. And I love lemon meringue pie, but I wanted passion fruit. That's what the description said. So the fact that it doesn't taste like what it says it is an issue for me. So for that, 5 out of 10, but not bad. Last but not least, we have the plant-based patty melt, which is a vegan item featuring Impossible Burger topped with plant-based cheddar, grilled onions, and asteroid sauce on thick cut toast served with French fries. Okay, we're going full earth. Let's see how it looks. It's all wrapped up because they're like, if they see it, they're not gonna want to buy it. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It might be really pretty looking. Oh, ouch. Okay, wow, that's very heavy. It looks kind of like a grilled cheese with a slab of robot meat. Let's try it. Oh no. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm gonna go back to my questionable chicken. You know, sometimes something is so wrong it's right. Today, that's not the case. Today, something is so wrong that it's disgusting and vile. I hate this so much. You clearly saw me enjoy those globby bloopy bloop blobs of plant-based meat on the sci-fi nachos. That proves I'm not against all plant-based meat. I like some of it, okay? When I first bit into it, it tasted like a French onion soup. I said, bonjour, oui, oui. It said, bloop, I'm soup. And there was just such a strong caramelized onion flavor with kind of a processed beef flavor. It didn't really bother me. And the cheese tasted quite accurate to real cheese. Also, the bread is soft and buttery, but it's probably, I can't believe it's not butter because it's vegan. So if it was butter, I would not be able to believe it. But then as I chewed, my taste buds said, Mama, it's a lie. It's all a lie. It started tasting like dog food. It started tasting like Purina canned dog food. I'm not saying it has dog food in it, okay? I would never say that. What I'm saying is it just tastes exactly like it. There's a bug. And it gave me the ick of all icks. Once that flavor kicked in, everything else disappeared. All the other good flavors disintegrated. And I felt like a golden retriever. 0 out of 10. Wow. Okay, so this was a bit hit or miss. Not the worst meal. Definitely not the best. We are now gonna tour Magic Kingdom, and then later on, we're gonna have dinner at a sit-down restaurant.
We are starting the tour on Main Street, USA with a nice view of Cindy's castle. I can smell her foot from here. This is Tomorrowland. As you can see, it's a land where the hope for the future is technological and also full of wires and buttons and beep bop boops. That is Tron, the newest Disney roller coaster. I've been on it. It's so extremely short that it makes it feel worthless to me, but it's still a fun 10 seconds. And then I came across Tigger and Pooh. It was a little awkward because last time I saw Pooh, I said, "Can I have a drop of honey?" And he said, "None for you. It's all mine." He's so greedy. I kind of sounded like him, didn't I? No, that was more Pennywise. And this is the area with all the princess castles, okay? First of all, there's a Snow White themed roller coaster. It's really fun. And here we have Belle's Castle. It's built for a shrimp. It's tiny. And Ariel's Castle, very nice, a lot bigger. And then we have, of course, Cindy's Castle, show off. And Rapunzel's Castle, which is quite literally a bathroom. I feel so bad for her. And this is the patriotic section of the park. Liberty, 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 liberty. It's really nice. Now, they also have a Frontierland, but it was blocked off because the parade was coming. So if you haven't been there, just imagine Little House on the Prairie. Very vintage, very dusty, very crusty.
Okay, girlies, I'm back for dinner. I'm in a corner of Disney I did not know existed. I think it's outside of the magical realm. We're in the payphone area, which is very shaded. If you need to make a call, come back here. Get a quarter from 1802, because we don't make those anymore, and make your magical call. I am so sad the week is ending, even though part of me is extremely happy, because as the days have gone by, I have melted a little more and more. If I kept going, my channel would be called Puddles Takeout, which actually has a nice ring to it. I should stay. The final restaurant we're eating at is Tony's Town Square Restaurant, which is an Italian restaurant. I've been there twice. I'll talk about my experiences there soon. They weren't the best, but I've never tried the worst rated items. This is what Google has to say about Tony Town Square. The restaurant is often labeled Disney's version of Olive Garden, or lower. You wanna talk about mama? With reports of cold, clammy, and pre-cooked pasta. We have no proof of that, like always. Okay, I'll just tell you about my last experience there. I remember getting this vodka a la pasta. It was so bland. It was the blandest vodka pasta I've ever had. I don't even know if it consisted of the title. I think maybe it was water a la pasta. So I'm hoping today's items are better, even though they are the worst rated. Grazie. I'm getting the spaghetti and meatballs. People drag that. I've never had it. I'm also getting the caprese salad. Never had that. And then whatever dessert mama wants.
Here is my appetizer, the caprese salad with mozzarella.
Okay, girly, so every time I've eaten here, I've been seated at the same table, which is the one next to me. But this time they were like, we're gonna surprise him. Like it's his birthday. We're gonna jump out and say, new table. They put me in the corner. I am under a portrait of Tony himself. He's breathing on me. Kind of stinks. It's okay. It's all the basil, the oregano. I'm really excited for this appetizer. This is the caprese salad. Some people say it's caprese, some people say it's caprese. I don't know, so I'm just gonna call it Capri Sun or Capri Daughter. Either one. It's 2026. The ensalata Capri Sun has a beefsteak tomato, fresh mozzarella, topped with petite basil and basil oil. So there's no balsamic vinaigrette happening here. Usually there's some sort of a drizzle of that Payless shoe smelling glaze. But not today. That's okay with me, as long as it tastes good. Who's out here dragging this? Which one of you have dragged this online? You're wrong for that and you know it. How dare you? I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you learn something from this? You're rolling your eyes because you've heard it all before. You've heard it all before. You have no idea where I come from. You don't know what I've been through, but I've learned. It's so good. I think I prefer the basil squeezed oil over the balsamic glaze. The tomato doesn't really taste like beef or a steak, which is fine with me. I don't want my tomatoes to taste like beef. That's crazy. But it tastes like a really juicy, crunchy, fresh tomato. The mozzarella, amazing quality. And they put a lot of salt and pepper on here, which really elevated it. Like, it's almost a little too salty, but I kind of like that because the tomato is so full of a refreshing, juicy burst. And the basil oil, I don't know how they got the oil out because I don't know if you can squeeze basil like that. I feel like it would rip, but they did it and it worked. It's a very light olive oil basil flavor, but it really does add a little bit of richness. I love it. 9 out of 10. It's very good. Oh, human bean reviews. Last time we're doing it this week, girlies. I'm kind of sad. I kind of like hearing people's rage and disappointment. It makes me feel something. This one's from Larry. I'm guessing that he is Tony's salty cousin. He's upset that Tony built an empire. Larry says, lifelong Disney guy. Quality and quantity of food has gone way down. Meat was cheap quality. Nothing like I have ever experienced at Disney. Dollywood and Cedar Point have far surpassed Disney with food quality. Disney, I didn't say it. They increased the spaghetti by $1, so now it's $29. So ridiculous. You should expect to pay that much for a genuine fine dining experience. Definitely not here. The pasta tastes like the Barilla's brand you could buy in the store. What did Barilla ever do to you, sir? Barilla makes good pasta. Barilla's a good person. Avoid this place. You'll find better at an Olive Garden for a fraction of the cost. Google didn't lie. The rumors are true. That's what people say. For $27, you'd think they could at least make the spaghetti noodles in-house. Give me a break. You know what? Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. He didn't say that part. I just wanted to add a little something. But he did say, give me a break. Wow. So, of course, all of that is alleged once again, but very interesting.
And here's my entree, the iconic, the infamous spaghetti and meatballs. Only 2 meatballs.
Girlies, I'm seeing promising signs already. You know, I noticed that the spaghetti is mixed into tomato sauce and then they put more sauce on top of it. They said, you get a tomato, you get a tomato, you get a car. I'm just kidding. You get a tomato. That is really nice. And speaking of Tony's bad breath, I smell really good today, girlies. I do, I gotta say. So the past couple days, I noticed that I started to smell like the sun. Because, you know, like I shower every day. I never stink. But when you spend a lot of time outside in the Florida sun, you start to smell like the sun. And the sun kind of smells like old corned beef or maybe meat. I'm not saying I smell like that, but there was a hint of sun odor. So today I wore my cologne. It's my most expensive cologne, $99, yeah. And I use it, I smell incredible. Like I feel like the cologne is masking that nasty Planet BO. So I'm grateful. Anyways, that made me hungrier. Let's try this spaghetti and then let's try the meatball and then together. Prego. Let's try the meatball, shall we? Okay. I gotta say, this makes the pasta a la vodka that I had last time taste like a party, a flavorful celebration. This is probably the worst spaghetti I've ever had. Not only in a restaurant, but also at my house. And I live in an apartment. Does that matter? No. First of all, the pasta itself does taste like Barilla. It tastes not just al dente, it tastes a little under al dente. It tastes like al don't. Stop it. The pasta sauce just tastes like any old jar from the store, but honestly, I think that most jars taste better. Prego is better. Ragu, Lady Ragugu is better. This tastes like a can of tomato sauce, but like they took out that fresh tomato flavor. It's just the most bland tomato sauce I think I've had in my life. And I've had a long career of taste testing pastas on the Italian countryside, you know, so that's sad. Now the meatball is not tragic. The meatball tastes more like a meatloaf. Were you a meatball or were you a meatloaf? Exactly. Because meatballs typically have more Italian seasoning, Parmesan, cheese, Giada essence to them. This just kind of tasted like meat, breadcrumbs, egg, maybe a squirt of French's mustard. That's it. They were tender, so I appreciate that. And I still like a really plain meatloaf, so I still ate them. But I think we may have saved the worst for last because this is terrible. 2 out of 10. But the service has been amazing. And like everyone here is so nice, so it's not their fault. It's whoever made the recipe. It was Walt. I know it was you, Walt. I'm sorry.
And for dessert, I got the flourless chocolate cake with pistachio cream and 3 little cherries in the shape of a hidden Mickey. Oh, I caught that.
My dolce is here. And it's a flourless chocolate cake, so it has no purpose. Cakes with flour have all purpose. This is worthless. But hopefully it tastes good. It has some cherries and pistachio cream, so it's pistachio chocolate. Tony's getting in on that Dubai chocolate craze, right? So let's see. Oh, wow. That's very dense. It might be flourless, but it's concrete full. This cream looks amazing. And a cherry, oh my goodness. Oh! I love the pistachio cream and the cherries. I hate the cake. I don't even know if I can call it cake. To me, you know what it tastes like? It tastes like pure chocolate ganache, melted down and then carved into a cake sculpture. It's so rich. It just tastes like pure, overly icky sweet chocolate with a texture that is almost chewable, but not quite. I do love the cherries though, because they do have a kind of cordial flavor, rum flavor. And the pistachio cream is so light. It has a light pistachio flavor, perfect, amazing, silky, fluffy texture. But the main event, the chocolate, is not giving what it needs to give. I'm gonna have to give it a 3 out of 10. Well, it's safe to say this was my worst experience at Tony's, but I'm still grateful to be here, and I'm grateful for the dogs that eat the spaghetti. I mean, the whole point of the video was to go to the worst rated places, right? So I do think that we ended it with the worst one. And so it's very fitting. Let me just say, this is my opinion. Everything in this video was my opinion. Nothing is fact. Everything is probably fiction, you know? I don't know what the saying is. Okay, girlies, so we are saying goodbye right in front of the castle. Mickey told me,
Timmy, you better film the outro in a pretty location.
so I said, yes, sir. Aye, aye, Captain. I had such a good week. Even though it was supposed to be the worst week of my life, it was one of the best. We tried so much food. A lot of it was actually really disgusting, but some of it was actually kind of good, and I really enjoyed it. So that just goes to show, you always have to make your own opinions. Unless if you watch me, then you know what's good or not, you know? I have my Barilla leftovers, which I'm so grateful for. I'm gonna gnaw on it later tonight, but if you watch this whole thing, you are that girly. I'm so grateful. You must really love me. They love me. They like me. Right now, they like me. So thank you so much. I will see you guys next week. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Bye, girlies.